Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature's for the masses, where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street Book Club, you should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. If we all just come together, there's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street Book Club.
All right, my beautiful people, man. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight here on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises and ERGJ Black Bazaar. Also, international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. It's a study of black wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just believe that if you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. That's right, you study wealthy people. Not only is it a book, guys, it's also a club that you can choose to join. You can make a decision to join an exclusive club of brothers and sisters who've decided to be serious about winning with money and serious about success. If you decide to join, you do get personal development. We do have that inside the club. Business development, we want to help you become a better you. Also want to help you start that business or grow that business. The New Black Wall Street Book Club, which is what you're getting a little bit of today, and then also financial literacy classes, which we do as well. We're teaching people how to get out of debt, how to maximize their income, how to live the good life financially. Not only that, guys, we have money making opportunities for you as well at another level. If you want to start to actually add a stream of income to what you have, and then also the investment club that we're starting as well. We invite you to join the Black Billionaires Club today. Just simply go to www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, and make a $10 or $20 decision. Here's what I've learned, guys. That people who simply can't make a $10 decision are not in a position to make a $10 million decision. That's what I found. So make a $10 or $20 decision and join the club today, or choose not to. Either way, I'm okay with that. Hey, man, we're going to continue along in our journey, which is in Think and Grow Rich, a Black choice, right? Everybody put in the console. It's a choice. Think and Grow Rich, a Black choice by Mr. Dennis Kimbro. This book was recommended by Black Enterprise, simply saying that this book should be required reading for all African Americans truly committed to the pursuit of happiness and fulfillment. A recommendation for all African Americans to read this $8 book. You know when I went and got this book, guys? As soon as I heard about it. That's when I went and got it. Does that make me different? Yes. Why? I don't know. Some people do. Most people won't. Well, it's an $8 book that's helped me to change my life, change my thinking. And I think that it'll do the same for you if you choose to get the book. And then if you get it, then you got to choose to read it. Okay. Those are choices that we make. Everybody put on, so I got a choice. Those are choices that we make here in the world. So we're picking up in chapter 9. Matter of fact, you see, we're getting close to the end of this book here, by the way. We're in chapter 9. We're going to be talking about enthusiasm tonight. Oh, that might be my chapter right here. We're going to be talking about enthusiasm. Hey, let me know where you guys connected from. Hit that like button, that share button, that invite button, that watch party button, all that good stuff. Let people know that we're here. Also, let us know where you're connected from. What city, what state. We'd like to know just how far our reach is today. We're broadcasting right here from ERGJ Studios right here in Atlanta. Actually, Decatur. Where's greater? Decatur, Georgia. We're going to broadcast across YouTube, Instagram, Facebook right now live. And then we'll have our podcast, NBWS Book Club. You can go check that out on all your different platforms for this audio. If you can't get the video, okay? Get the audio. If you can't get the video, enthusiasm. All right, enthusiasm. See what Mr. Kimbro is going to teach us tonight about enthusiasm here on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. You put in the book, we absolutely will find it. Here's our intro, man. Got a couple of quotes. One from Mr. Les Brown. One from Mr. Les Brown says, if it's hard, then do it hard. If it's hard, then do it hard. Mr. Les Brown. Frank Betger said this: to become enthusiastic, you must act enthusiastic. Virginia's in the house. Them Ohio players is in the house. NTC, is that? I don't know what that is. Is that North Carolina, maybe? I think you're in North Carolina. Ralph Waldo Emerson said this: nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. Nothing great was ever achieved, New York City, without enthusiasm. Now that just makes me wonder, guys, what are you enthusiastic about? What's got you? What lights your fire? What are you looking forward to each and every day? Enthusiasm. Let's read. I don't know of any self-generated force that will do more for you than enthusiasm. Thomas Edison once said, when a man dies, if he can pass enthusiasm along to his children, he has left them in a state of incalculable value. Experience proves that to be true. Enthusiasm is more than wealth. It is a zest for living. Enthusiasm is more than wealth. It is a zest for living. Let me offer an example. Two men work side by side for the same employer and have identical tasks. One works in a half-hearted manner, is bored by his duties, and is pleased to see the clock approach the end of his shift. The other labors with gusto, finding his work exciting and rewarding, presenting new challenges each day. Now, who do you think is going to do a better job? Which one is committed to excellence? Which one is going to get ahead? Which one you think going to get the raise? Which one you think going to get it? The one who is operating with enthusiasm. When a young man begins thinking about career opportunities, he may ask, what is a good field to get into? A wise response would be the field that you can pour yourself into with the most enthusiasm. How is it that you decided your career, by the way? Was it about, okay, how much money I can make, or how much of myself I can pour into this particular career, this job, whatever it is that you might be doing to on a day-to-day basis, I guess, to generate income for yourself, to pay your bills? How did you make that decision? Was it based upon how much you could pour yourself into that field that you may have been interested in? Or you just choose something because you get paid? Or it'd be like if you actually love what you did. How many guys actually love what you do? That's a great place to be, by the way. You love what you do. You wouldn't change it for the world. This is it. You found it. Most people don't. There is no future in any job. The future is in you. The president of a railroad was on an inspection tour when he encountered a laborer in a section gang whom he had worked with a number of years. He greeted his old friend warmly, remembering the old days. The tired old laborer said, John, you've gone a long way from the time we were laying tracks together. The executive shook his head and said, no, Bill, that isn't quite correct. You were laying tracks. I was building a railroad. Therein lies the difference. Are you just laying tracks, or are you building a railroad? No matter what conditions prevail, do you inject your task with enthusiasm? Let me ask you this, guys. How many guys got some people in your life that you might contact, you call, you talk to, you have a relationship with of some sort, and they seem to always be enthusiastic, and you call them when you're down? Here's my question. Are you someone that people call when they're down? See, some of us, we're the people that actually bring people down. It's like, man, they're not gonna call me because I'm not gonna really be pump them up. I'm gonna be on their level or bring them down. Are you a person that people call when they're down? Enthusiasm. There are certain people in your life who just are always on fire. They always got a positive attitude. They always seem to it just seems they just enjoy their life. A zest for living. Orson Swett Martin referred to enthusiasm as the great force within us, which is perpetually prodding us to do our best. Martin called enthusiasm an intense feeling of emotion known as a burning desire, without which words fail to carry conviction, deeds fail to impress, and actions fall short of their intended mark. Napoleon Hill revealed his deep understanding of the power of enthusiasm when he stated, one feels the noblest and acts the best when the inspiration of enthusiasm drives him onward toward the attainment of some pre-established goal. Martin Luther King Jr. helps us bring this idea of enthusiasm into the context of our own experience. He preached, if a man is called to be a street sweeper, he should sweep streets even as Michelangelo painted, or Beethoven composed music, or Shakespeare wrote poetry. He should sweep streets so well that all the hosts of heaven and earth will pause to say, here lived a great street sweeper who did his job well. That is enthusiasm. And enthusiasm the enthusiasm that motivates. Enthusiasm is power. Everybody put a console, power. Enthusiasm is power. Now, let me ask you this for those that are watching right now. As you think about what it is that you do on a day-to-day basis, I mean, this is your 9 to 5 or your 40-hour work week or whatever you want to call it. Does it excite you at all? Do you look forward to going to that job or that career or that building or in front of a computer, whatever it is you do? You look for, I mean, do you look forward to? I mean, is it got you on fire? So much so that your spirit of enthusiasm ignites others. How many guys are in that position where you absolutely love what you do and people can see it and it's contagious? How many guys know that enthusiasm is contagious? Now, here's the deal. You may be an individual that's saying that ain't me. I don't know. I mean, my goodness, I can't, that ain't gonna work for me. I got to find something else. I got to do something else. It ain't working, right? Well, first I would challenge you to change your attitude. I know you won't want to hear that, right? Because it's easier probably to quit, but I want to challenge you to try at least to change your attitude. I know it might be difficult because you're still going to have to go into the office with the same people, right? And it's normally not the job that bothers you, it's the people that you work with, right? So, but to change your attitude into an attitude of what? Gratitude, man. I got a job. I'm working. In all labor, there's profit. So at that very least, I'm appreciative of what I do have, while I might look for something better. Or I might create something better. That's another difference. You don't necessarily have to look for something better. You can create it. You've been given the power to create wealth. You can absolutely create yourself a career if that's what you so choose to do. But do you know what you want to do? If what you're doing right now is not it. It's temporary, right? What is it? Matter of fact, let me ask you this. What really turned you on? I mean, if you could do it all over again, or if today was the beginning, right? Today's the beginning. You're saying, man, I gotta pinpoint what it is that I really want to do. What is it that I could do or I would do no matter what, whether I got paid or not? This is what I absolutely love to do. Put that in the comments below. What is that for you? Did you absolutely just love to do it? I mean, matter of fact, so much so people can tell that is what you love to do. They done told you already. And you already knew, but they confirmed it for you, man. That's your space. That's your element. We got to have that conversation with somebody like, man, I mean, regardless of what you're doing for your day job or whatever, we can tell that your element is over here. What's that for you? Your element. I mean, it just boils over. It just comes out. You're like, man, that right there, I can tell that's what you truly are passionate about. That's what you're enthusiastic about. That's really, at the end of the day, that's where your treasure is going to be, by the way. Now, some of us, we might be running from it. Some of us, take it lightly. Don't take it for granted, right? This space where it just really livens us up. But that's it right there. I tell you, that's the treasure place. Why do I say that? Because when you're enthusiastic about something like that, it really lights your fire. You're going to give it your best. You're going to give it your all. I mean, you're going to go above and beyond in that space. Would you agree? Because that's really what you enjoy to do. You love it. I mean, you do it in your sleep. What's that for me, by the way? Obviously, I think at this point, you guys know I love to educate. I love to teach people. I love to help them figure it out. That's what I love to do. So that's what I do every day. And I absolutely love it. It's not work to me. It's fun. It's fun to see the light come on, the light bulb come on for somebody. It's fun to see someone have success where they once tried and failed. It's fun for me. What about for you? What really turns you on in life? Enthusiasm is what we're talking about here tonight on the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Enthusiasm is power. What is enthusiasm and how do you use it? Loosely translated, enthusiasm means the God within. Webster defined it as the strong excitement of feeling on behalf of a cause or subject, ardent zeal or fervor. Enthusiasm is the expression of the dynamic vitality in your mental outlook, the way you walk and talk and act. It is the result of your motivation and your physical magnetism and energy. It is the light in your eye, the timbre of your voice, the vigor in your handshake. It is the element that can kindle a fire under your chief aim and fan it into a burning desire. It is a quality that you must use as you march toward greatness. Enthusiasm begins with definiteness of purpose. Your goals must be so firmly entrenched that they're a part of your being. Unless you have the courage of your convictions, it is impossible to enthusiastically sell your ideas, your hopes, and your desires to others. Why should you want to know all you can know? Learn all that you can learn about the power of enthusiasm. Because more than any other quality or trait of human personality, enthusiasm has been the companion of success and every achievement. Enthusiasm is that inspiration that makes you wake up and live. It is the producer of confidence that cries to the world, I've got what it takes. Everybody put that in the comments below. I've got what it takes. Now, I don't know about you, but when I wake up in the morning, I think about my big, audacious goals. I think about those goals that are way too big for me to do by myself. You know what I say to myself? I got what it takes. I mean, why else would it have been given to me to even think about this thing if I didn't have what it takes? Now, in my mind, I could be like, oh my goodness, this is a big undertaking. But I got what it takes. And I march forward every day. You got it. You have what it takes. You just got to believe. I don't know no other way to say it. I mean, I don't know if we can use a whole bunch of words and try to convince you to believe in yourself. You got what it takes. You've been given the power. You got the ability. You got the know. You may not have a know-how. I mean, you can learn what you don't know. You got what it takes. Just got to believe and then move and act and do. I got what it takes. Enthusiasm is power. When that power is released to support definiteness of purpose and is constantly renewed by faith, it becomes an irresistible force for which poverty and temporary defeat are no match. Enthusiasm is the magnetism of projected energy that can be caught by anyone. It's contagious. You'll be amazed at the power you possess. Enthusiasm spreads like a prairie fire before the wind. It is the bolt of lightning that blasts every obstacle from its path. It is a state of mind that inspires and arouses you to put into action, into your task, and transmit the impetus to action as you inch closer to your goals. Enthusiasm is emotion management. It's emotion management. If you're able to transmit enthusiasm to others, you have the ability to control the emotional climate of any situation. When you can generate true enthusiasm, you can break the preoccupation of those around you, making those others take notice and listen to your ideas. Let me read that again. When you can generate true enthusiasm, not conjured up, but true, it comes from the inside. People can tell when you're faking it to make it. You can break the preoccupation of those around you. In other words, you can capture their attention. That's what it just said. And then they're going to listen to you because you captured their attention, making others take notice. Everybody putting, hey, I'm putting the world on notice. I'm going to make all my dreams come true. I ain't just dream them just to dream them. Nope, not me. Same dream I had 10 years ago is still alive and burning today. It's going to happen. I'm going to make it happen. I got what it takes. You can capture attention through enthusiasm and guide that attention in any direction you so choose. Enthusiasm is a universal language. It is a state of mind that we all recognize. Why? Because everyone is attracted by the magnetism of an enthusiasm that is genuinely felt and openly expressed. Maybe it's time for you to actually open up. I said this the other day, the whole world is waiting on you and I to express our greatness. And inside or a part of our greatness is being enthusiastic about what makes us great. I'm telling you, when you know that you got what it takes, when you know that, when you know that what you got is something special, when you know that there's greatness inside of you and you truly accept the greatness that is the essence of who you are, it's hard for something to come and distract you. It's hard for something to come and get, and even it may try to get in your way, but you're so on fire. You just it's like a little blip on the radar. You're like, oh, that was it. It's like you be telling people, handle my lightweight, because that wasn't nothing. I mean, you just keep plowing forward. What is it that really gets you turned on, that you can pour yourself into and make a significant impact in this world? One of the major reasons why so few of us know so little about enthusiasm is that we frequently confuse its signs with something quite different. At sporting events, political rallies, and even religious services, we often see a mass display of exuberance, which we call enthusiasm. Call it mass hysteria, group hypnosis, or crowd reaction in the mildest form, but it is not enthusiasm, at least not in the formal definition. The temporary one-shot excitement that comes from attending a football game or backing a political candidate is a result of a group interaction and reaction. It is neither true nor lasting. Genuine enthusiasm is as enduring as any of our finer human qualities: love, sincerity, courage, or faith. And like these qualities, enthusiasm is the outward reflection of a deep emotion that originates within. Now, today is Sunday. And a lot of people went to church, right, to be revved up, to get enthusiastic. Only a few came with enthusiasm. Let me say that again for the people in the back. A lot of people went to the church so they could be revved up to get enthusiastic. That's that one shot, temporary. When they left, it was gone. But only a few went with enthusiasm. They brought enthusiasm to the church versus going to the church to get it. That's the difference. Let me say that once again for the people in the way back. Many people went to the religious places today to be riled up by the sermon and the music and the camaraderie and the other people so they could get enthusiastic. They can liven up their day or their week or whatever. That's one shot. That's temporary. Only a few went and brought enthusiasm to the place versus coming to the place to try and get it. Which one are you? I'm telling you, enthusiasm makes you stand out so much because most people don't have it. They don't express it. Right? I mean, everywhere I go. Like, this dude crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy, all right. Yeah, I'm great. I'm free. And I'm enthusiastic about my life. I love what I do. It took me a while to get here. It didn't even take me that long to get here. It took some change. It took me accepting this. I had somebody hit me the other day, inbox me, said something on my post, said, she said, now this is somebody I think has been following me maybe for 5 years or so. She said, you found your niche out of the blue. I'm like, really? I found my niche. I thought I was always doing this, but hey, somebody else noticed. Here's my question to you, billionaires. What have you rejected that other people have noticed about you? Literally, why am I saying it like this way? Because I truly believe that God has sent you messengers already to confirm and to validate what makes you special, what makes you great, what really you get enthusiastic about. And I think there's some of you that are here tonight and you, oh, that's not me. No, that's not for me. No, oh, well, you crazy girl, right? You've rejected it, but it has come more than once. You sure that I'm telling you, I noticed this about you. You've heard it more than once, and you keep rejecting it. Other people see the greatness in you, but you don't want to accept the greatness yourself. Think about that for a second. Other people see it. And, oh, that right there, that's you there, girl. That makes it special. Oh, yeah, that's your lane. But you reject it because of, oh, they ain't going to pay me enough, or, oh, I can't do it right now. All these excuses. Who am I talking to right now? He said, I mean, just you know, you ain't got to put in the comments below. Just you know what? You got me right there, brother. You've been running from your own confirmation and validation of what makes you great. You've been running from what you really love and settling for something that you don't really like that much. In the name of, I got to pay the bills. In the name of, I got responsibility. Now, your responsibility is all fine and dandy. We understand you got to take care of the things you got to take care of. All I'm simply saying is, will you make any time out of your day, out of your week, to express yourself in the area that makes you great? Will you make any time? Will you carve out any time during the week that you can invest or you can express yourself in the area that makes you great? Mark Day said, many times, man, my main man from Wichita, anytime, because it requires work. It requires work. Let's keep going. There's a difference between having enthusiasm and being enthusiastic. And instilled enthusiasm connotates a positive mental attitude, an internal impelling force of intense emotion. Everybody put in the console, intense emotion. It always implies an objective cause that is pursued with devotion. Being enthusiastic is a compelling external expression of action. When you act enthusiastically, you accentuate the power of suggestion and self-suggestion. Thus, the person who acts enthusiastic by speaking in an enthusiastic manner develops genuine enthusiasm. I think he's just saying you got to practice it, I guess. All that words sound like he said practice. When a salesman is imbued with a strong conviction, he literally radiates his feelings with emotion. And so it is with enthusiasm. It springs from the heart, and it is as difficult to mask as a deep sorrow or abiding love. In fact, enthusiasm is the most important factor in successful selling. It converts the mediocre salesman into a master salesman. There's never been a top-notch salesman who didn't use the persuasive powers hidden in enthusiasm. Another cause of confusion regarding the nature of enthusiasm is that many of us are embarrassed to express our true feelings. Uh-oh. Who's that? Many of us are embarrassed to express our true feelings. Now, you'll hear me talk about this a lot. You know who I'm looking for? You know who I really, really want to be around, hang around, be around, and cool, people who will just simply be honest. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. You just express yourself. Express yourself. Do it good. Express yourself. I'll do it. Simply be honest. Express your true feelings. How many guys have felt like, man, I can't really say what I want to say because I might hurt somebody's feelings? And I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. But in the process of not hurting somebody's feelings, you're hurting your own feelings. Well, I'd rather be hurt than to hurt somebody else. Maybe that just requires a little tact. Still say what you got to say, but say it in a way that won't be taken as offensive. It's called tact. Now, I got to work on tact. but at least I get it out. Okay, I'm not that tactful, but at least I get it out. I ain't gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna tell you. Matter of fact, I had a brother call me today, and he's a young buck. I guess he's young. I mean, like 30 years old, right? He's doing his thing, and he called me, and I was talking to him for a little bit, and I noticed this brother was just talking. I mean, Lord Jesus, he was an hour, and I probably got 5 words, and I'm thinking to myself, brother, we got to get off the phone, right? You call me, but you doing all the talking, and you ain't got nobody to talk to, because my time is valuable, brother. I'm a businessman. I talk to him and listen to him stuff, but I had to check him. I said, listen, man, you can't call me and just ramble like that. I don't do the rambling stuff. you know what I'm saying? We got to talk about something. We need to chop it up. There need to be some two-way conversation going on here. You done dominated this conversation because you finally found somebody that would listen, because you got a lot of stuff going on in your inner. I get it. I was 30 years old at one point. I've been through that. I've been there, done that. I get it. But next time, this will be the only time we have this type of conversation. I'm just letting you know. Because next time I might not pick up. It might be always going to go to voicemail. I'll text you and get back to you. Do we have an understanding? Yes, sir. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Okay. I just had to tell him my true feelings, brother. You're not finna talk my head off for an hour. That's not what I signed up for. Now, some of y'all are like, that's a little harsh, but listen, I was a man talking to a man. We can have that conversation. Different dynamic. Now, my brothers would understand that. My sisters might be like, damn. No, that's how we talk. That's how brothers do. We just straight up with each other. I'm pretty sure, hopefully, y'all are straight up with each other as well. It'd been different. I was talking to a female. I probably had to say it a little differently, or, kind of slide out on the phone. I don't know. Been a little bit different. But thank God it was a brother I was talking to, though. So the expressing your true feelings. How many guys feel you have a hard time doing that? It's easier said than done. It's like, damn, and a lot of times what it is that you realize that who you're talking to is unstable. You don't realize who you're talking to is a little out of control. Like, it just take one thing to set them off, and you're like, man, I don't want to go through all that. I mean, I want to tell you something, but silence is golden. Right now, I just probably don't need to say it, because I already know what's going to happen if I tell you straight up for real. So therefore, I'm going to bow out gracefully. But what it's saying here is that, are you embarrassed to express your true feelings? Honesty. We either try to force our emotions or suppress our feelings by being sedate. In either case, the effectiveness, the real power of enthusiasm is lost. The power of enthusiasm lies within its natural and unrestrained expression. How many guys really understand what we're saying, what he's saying right now? Like, when the shackles are broken and you are really free, the freedom of speech, you really have it, you really use it. The freedom of speech, you really use it. No matter where, no matter who, you really use it. How many guys? Let me tell you what happened for me. It was the moment before I left my job, before I quit, before I fired my boss. I had joined an organization called Toastmasters, and Toastmasters was a public speaking organization. It was in Toastmasters, going through some of those processes, that I got my voice back. How many guys feel like right now you may be in a position where you feel like I just don't have my voice? And I'm talking about your real voice. Like, it's a little shy, a little timid. You feel like you're a subordinate. You feel like you can't really say everything you like to say because of politics or this and that or this and that. You're like, man, if I could just really let somebody have it. Not really let them have it, but I just really want to express myself. Matter of fact, let me ask you this. Let me ask a better question. Where is it that you go? Who is it that you connect with where you can really just simply be honest and not have to really concern yourself with the fight back or something coming back at you? It's like, man, I'm free to speak. It's a place where I can share freely. Not to concern myself with saying the wrong thing at the wrong time to the wrong person and all that stuff. I'm telling you, when I got my voice back, now I don't know how long my voice had been subdued. I really don't know. I just know that there was a moment that came and I was like, I got my voice back. And then I started getting louder and I started getting more boastful and I got bold. Oh my goodness. The good book tells us to be as bold as a lion. Woo! The power of enthusiasm lies within its natural, unrestrained expression. It's not surprising, therefore, that Andrew Carnegie said enthusiasm is a great leavening force in the mental world, for it gives power to your purpose. It helps to free your mind of negative influences and brings you peace of mind. Lastly, it inspires personal initiative, both in thought and physical action. It is very difficult for one to do his best when he does not feel and display enthusiasm. There's no limit to what can be accomplished through enthusiasm. Take note of the following examples. Armed with a fervent zest for scholarship and undying enthusiasm, George Washington Carver asked the creator to unveil the secrets of the universe. Little man, he was told, your mind is too small to be burdened with such matters. It's best you choose just one. Everybody put it down, so just one. It's best you choose just one of my creations and examine it to its entirety. Thus, Carver devoted his life to the full examination of the peanut and revolutionized America's agricultural system in the process. He became the grand architect of America's $100 billion peanut industry. Why? Because he chose just one. Now, I know it's very popular nowadays to talk about multiple streams of income. George Washington Carver, the grand architect of the $100 billion peanut industry, he chose just one. I'm sorry, I'm going to get back to the book because y'all not going to pull me into that conversation. Processing nothing but an unrelenting enthusiasm, Arthur A. Schomburg still ranks as the foremost bibliophile and Afro-American archivist. In 1926, the Carnegie Foundation offered him the then incredible sum of $10,000 for his collection of books and prints and manuscripts of the Dark Continent. Attracted to African history since childhood, Schomburg had recorded every known fact he could find on the history of his people. His early research was to serve him well in debates and open discussions with white classmates, some of whom would declare that the black man had never achieved anything of note. On such occasions, he was able to refute their ignorance, knowing that known for his oratorical eloquence and memorable passages, Schomburg's enthusiasm for African history was apparent as he shared his knowledge to all those who would listen. Paul Robeson, both scorned and rebuked for his racial views, convinced an unbelieving world through enthusiasm that blacks could excel no matter the endeavor, no matter the odds. And what better proof did he need than himself? The youngest son of forbearing parents, Robeson was without peer, a world-class athlete, a distinguished scholar, an accomplished linguist, and a convincing actor. Robeson was culturally refined beyond his years. A member of the Phi Beta Kappa and later a Columbia Law School graduate, Robeson walked with kings, but was loved by the common man, regardless of the environment. Everybody putting it down, so regardless. This is why I like history. Because if they could do it back then, what the hell wrong with us now? Regardless. Everybody put in the console regardless. Regardless. This is where a lot of black people got to get to. They got to get to this word right here, regardless. Regardless. Regardless of the environment or the circumstance, Paul Robeson always managed to ignite his peers with a great deal of enthusiasm. He was always on fire, regardless of the racism, regardless of white supremacy, regardless of the system, regardless of taxes, regardless, this brother was always on fire. Regardless. What's your excuse? We're talking about a brother back in the early 1900s. What's your excuse in 2019? What's your excuse again? Matthew Henson stood literally on top of the world. He became the first man to reach the North Pole. Henson's unparalleled accomplishments holds a high place in the annals of what was previously labeled impossible. Of course, the great part of credit goes to Robert E. Peary, one of America's most courageous explorers. But Henson's role was so vitally important that it seems safe to say that had there been no Matthew Henson, Peary's impossible voyage might have ended like all the others in failure. History calls them scientists and historian, scholar, explorer, and they were. But they were also enthusiasts in a less than enthusiastic world. They succeeded because they projected enthusiasm that sprang from the heart and the inner recesses of the soul. They succeeded because they projected enthusiasm that sprang from the heart and the inner recesses of the soul. Enthusiasm. Now, this brother Paul Robeson really stands out to me. I mean, George Washington Carver too, but Paul Robeson, regardless of the circumstances, regardless of the environment. Now, you can imagine what the environment was back then, right? I'm pretty sure you can imagine what the environment was for Paul Robeson. But regardless of that, the brother was still on fire. And he was such a magnet for success that he infected others with his enthusiasm. My question to you today, billionaires, what's it going to take to get you on fire? Like Mr. Robeson, that regardless of your situation, regardless of your upbringing, regardless of this thing called the lot in life, regardless of all of that, you wake up every day on fire. How many of you guys want to live that life? That every day, regardless, I'm on fire. Every day, regardless, I'm ready to rock and roll. Every day, regardless, carpe diem, I'm seizing the day. Every day, regardless, I'm ready to get up, get out, and get something. This is the New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read. You put in a book, we absolutely will find it. Now, who would have thunk that? Let me see here. Who would have thought that all it would really take is an $8 investment? An $8 investment in a book like this to begin to change the way that you think so you can then change your life. In the comments below, I'd like for you to share one thing that really stuck with you today. One thing that you're mulling over, that you're going to be chewing on tonight. In other words, I'm asking you, was this worth your time and why? I understand it. Your time, you can't get it back. This past 45 minutes that we've been here, it's precious. And we don't take it for granted. We want to make sure that we brought value into your life. And we've sown a seed into you that you can choose what to do with it, that seed. You can allow it to take root. You can cultivate it. And you can bring a harvest into your life. Or you can neglect it and let the weeds grow in your garden. That part is up to you. My part, be a sower. That's what he told me to do. He said, be a sower. Just continue to sow seeds. And today we're sowing a seed of enthusiasm. So I know I talk fast and you're type, guys. New Black Wall Street Book Club, where Black folk do read, Reading Rainbow 2.0. Of course, I'm your host, ERGJ, and I want to make sure that we send this invitation out again to those that are here. We don't just read in public. This is just a public offering. We actually do have some deep dive sessions. We meet every Tuesday in the Black Billionaires Club to continue to go through this, but go through it on a much deeper level. This is just surface. For those that are just hearing and saying, okay, I got some knowledge, but now I want to apply. I want to learn how to ignite enthusiasm in my life so I could be like a George Washington Carver, ignite enthusiasm in my life so I could be like a Paul Robeson, ignite enthusiasm in my life. So every day that I walk this earth from this day forward, I'm on fire. Well, I invite you to join the Black Billionaires Club, because if you can do it by yourself, it'd already be done. Make a decision. I made an $8 decision. I'm asking you to make a $10 or $20 decision to change your life. Would you trade $10 a month? Would you trade it for the best of the rest of your life? Great question to ask. While you're thinking about the cost, I want you to think about the benefit. Would you trade $10 for the best of the rest of your life? I invite you to join the Black Billionaires Club. Simply go to www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. Make a decision today. You can choose to, you can choose not to. Either way, I'm okay with that. Miss Monica said her takeaway is find something to have enthusiasm about daily. When even if it's not your 9 to 5, stop running. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, guys, I just want to tell you I appreciate you. I thank you so much for being here. I thank you for all those that liked and shared and did a watch party. It shows me that you care enough about your fellow man. You care enough about your brother. Tell them that you are your brother's keeper. You are your sister's keeper. You want to make sure you give them the opportunity as well. Now, whether they take that opportunity or not, that's on them. But we must be sowers of the word. We must become like the farmer and continue to sow our seed. And we know that eventually it will fall on good ground. Well, guys, I'm ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and also the author of the international best-selling book, The Black Billionaires Club. I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village, and it starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, people. But guess what? That's enough. Man, I pray to God preserve each and every one of you today, as you may be preparing to go to sleep and get your dream on, that you'll go to bed with a dream, you'll wake up with a goal. And as you wake up, as you arise, that you'll be on fire and ready to not only just take that goal, but put some steps, put a plan together, a plan of attack so that you can accomplish your goal. Also pray that he gives us another opportunity, another day that we can meet again right here on New Black Wall Street Book Club. Until next episode, Mr. DJ, hit the music.
New It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club. With your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't got to leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Yeah. New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street.